And we are already back with the second match of the 80% League playoffs. This time with a match between Chaospringle and LilKirbs. We just hyped that up a little bit. LilKirbs recently able to actually get an upset off of Chaos. Has obviously been dabbling quite heavily in the Mario Maker side of things. Has been raking in the results over there. He has been really focused on that game too in terms of his content and stuff. But he is still very good at this game. Used to have records, used to hold that legendary 1:00 time just before that sub-hour barrier was broken. And he is looking to still put up a fight against Chaos. I actually did, I can give you guys some insider information from a private Discord, leaking it right here. Kirb said earlier, as long as Chaos at least has to get something like a mid 1:00 to beat him, is what he said. So he still needs to play good enough. Not sure if Chaos, I think Chaos' cam is frozen, but I am not alone. This time I'm joined by Bedronus. What's up, Bedronus?
Hey, it's a pleasure to be here. I haven't been around too much since the first season. I was there at pace with everybody in Chaos, and Kirbs were both there, and that's kind of like how I still remember them. But obviously things have changed. The Mitch and Tyrone revolution has made Chaos the number 4, and Kirbs still at number 6, despite doing mostly Mario Maker the last few months. So this one can still be pretty close. And I'm interested to see if Kirbs lives up to that expectation he said, that Chaos needs to be able to play pretty well here, implying that Kirbs would end up getting a 1:00 if he didn't have anything too crazy happen.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be an interesting match still. Chaos definitely still been grinding the game. He still wants the 58, which is such a crazy time to get. You need to make pretty much no mistakes at all. You can bonk like 2 times and then the run is dead. Not quite as bad, but it's actually super hard. We do get another sneak peek on the bracket here. Tyron just beating Dancer in that first match. We are going to be having 4 quarterfinals, best of 1, and then moving on to a semi-final. That's going to be best of 3, and then the grands, best of 3 as well as we move through the bracket. And yeah, this is Chaos versus LilKirbs, so match 3. After that, we will be having Lucidity and Stravos. So yeah, definitely stay tuned for those matches. And we are about to head into this one. Now, you just said you haven't been around since season 1, but there weren't too many changes. The only thing that really changed after season 1 is actually something that took place during PACE. During PACE is when the last season had its big finals, and we had Chaos, we had LilKirbs, we had Nicro and Stravos competing live there. And during that time, the 1.3 content update to the game got released, which actually didn't really add much content. It added a little virtual reality play, like mini game mode to the game, but it also made this game compatible with the Switch like turbo mode, which is something that a firmware update to the actual Switch implemented, and that just happened to make loads faster, loads to subrooms, loads to but when warping. It also means that some of the biggest skips that game had actually are now forcefully patched out. Like you could still do them on the 1.0 version, but the 1.3 version saves so much time with faster loads that it's actually worth not going for these skips anymore and instead just getting those free time saves from the loads. It's overall faster. So we won't be seeing that first moon skip in Cascade anymore. We won't be seeing the swing slip in Sand and no turnip clip in Luncheon. But other than that, the only thing that really happened to this run is crazy optimization in terms of the movement. And
yeah, like I know.
Notice.
Yeah, I can say that in season 1, we were looking at breaking that sub-hour barrier, and one of the things that was in the BTT videos was like the bullet building room in Metro, which eventually started getting added in when people started getting more and more optimized times, like mid 59, and then that became necessary to save the time to lower the world record. So it's still been evolving. I think it's getting pretty maxed out right now. Tyrone's 58.47 is absolutely nuts, but Chaos and Kirbs, he's still in like the 59s, and very good players. The winner will play the winner of Mitch and Tylotech, so we'll have to see how that one goes.
Good start. LilKirbs diving into the death there at the first jump in the game. I think go next. No, I'm kidding. But very unfortunate beginning here for Kirbs. Is going to be able to make that dive work on the second time. And actually, even though this looks like a very big deal, it's not the biggest mistake you can make. It's a super unfortunate mistake for the mental, I would say, right at the beginning. But yeah, we'll see.
That's hilarious. I've never seen anyone fall there in a race that I've commentated at least. Anyway, Chaos, healthy lead here to start out. And he's the consistency king.
Yeah, very true. I'm interested how things like that could actually affect his play, because I'm pretty sure these runners, since this is live, are actually like listening into the broadcast and they catch what's happening. I don't know. It probably depends on the person. Someone might get more confident in being able to win when a mistake like that happens to your opponent, but another one might actually get a little bit shaky. Oh, is this free now? And maybe take things too lightly and start making mistakes himself. But even though this is a bigger mistake and a common mistake, being so early into the run still allows for kind of everything to change.
For sure. Maybe we can check the fade out to see how much time Chaos is ahead by, but it's not a crazy amount here.
Yeah. Just check out that fade out. 219 from Chaos, pretty solid Cap Kingdom. And looks like Kirbs is around 15 seconds behind, maybe 13. I don't know, I think that logo lasts like 10 seconds. No, actually longer. So it's actually going to be 14 seconds, which doesn't sound like much at the current level that these guys are at. It is actually a lot, but you can easily make that back.
Okay, I was just grabbing the first moon fruit behind him. Not much to talk about yet. It's a bit of an easier start to the game, other than, I guess, some things like the left side. I don't even know if you call it, just the left side final ribbon cap. It's still the same,
Yeah,
but the beginning of Cascade's comfy.
Right, and as we see, Kirbs obviously forced to also grab that first moon, one of the few changes that the 1.3 version update brought us. Not too exciting, because what that means is we'll sit there for like 30 seconds watching the bridge fall and then Cappy talk to us. But we'll take those free, like arguably the game is also like easier to run, or it's easier to get better times, because in 1.0 you had to do all of this crazy stuff to actually get that time save, like the first moon skip, like the swings clip first try, and like the turnip clip. Runners, we just had to talk about this earlier. Instead of the turnip clip, runners actually have to break the cheese now, which apparently lots of community members hate, since you don't have the perfect control over the pan bro that breaks the cheese. But yeah, it's arguably a lot easier now to get better times, since the time save comes from loads, which is free.
Alright, done with the Mountain Brutal fight for Chaos. LilKirbs wrapping it up.
Good. Looking good. Kirbs also getting that last hit in, and I'm expecting both of these guys. Actually, I'm not sure. Kirbs might go for the Cliff Moon as his last moon instead of the chest one. We brought that up earlier. Those top runners opt to go for the chest moon in that little treasure alcove, and then go for a super quick moon clip to make it back to the ship, which is on optimal levels of movement faster. But it's a lot easier to be fast with that Cliff Moon, so we'll see what Kirbs decides to do. Chaos definitely going to be going for the chest.
Alright.
Yep, looking good. Gets the clip. He's going to be able to hit the globe and then make his way to Sand Kingdom, which is actually one place where we'll see a little bit more change compared to Season 1. Our Kirbs actually also going for the chest clip here. Let's see if he gets it. Fast chest opening, fast backflip. I don't know what Chaos is trying to tell me, but he's trying to tell us something. Wasn't able to read his lips there. Maybe someone in chat figured out what message he was trying to send. Oh, I'm pretty sure he was responding to chat.
Yeah. Chat's scrolling pretty fast right now. I don't know what kind of memes are going on.
Yeah, interesting. Well, anyways, in Sand we will be getting the a seed moon here, which is a moon that you normally can't acquire that quickly. Those seed moons take, depending on the kingdom, long times to grow. In Sand it's around 20. But since both of these guys actually kind of manipulated their clock at the beginning of the run, setting their time to a specific one where just as they had to sand, the clock will actually go through the summertime change, skipping 1 hour ahead, which tricks the game into thinking the seed was planted an hour ago, making it so that it will be fully grown when Chaos leaves that pipe room.
Yeah, that's one of the nuttier things that was part of those sand reroutes. Also getting the bird early. I don't even. When would you say this happened? Like month-wise? It's like May, June. Sand
This was
got
like
the reroute.
along with the 1.3 update pretty much. It was almost like this at the same time when people still did like timing of the loads. That was also brought to the attention that you can actually do this. And yeah, there was a little bit of discussion first if this should be allowed, but since you actually do the manipulation before the game even starts, it was deemed to be okay. So I would say like, yeah, early May is probably when this started being a thing.
Okay. Getting a few quick moons here. Chaos still ahead by about the same amount. You get a lot of fast moons already up to 5. I'm going to go heading over to the Tall Dune. This one's always a bit interesting because you're playing right on the moon and Chaos did not. So that's just a little troll that can happen. We'll be heading over to the ruins.
Yep, for sure. Let's see what movement he opts for. Runners at this point usually go for the side flip here, but nope, Chaos goes for the back flip. I would be surprised if Curbs doesn't go for the side flip there, which is actually, I think I've seen him first go for the side flip there, which optimally is just a tiny bit faster because you don't have to crouch to go for the back flip first. Yep, goes for the side flip. Looks clean. Up throw roll cancel to make it
Very
up to
nice.
that. Super nice, yep.
And Chaos to get Dram.
Yeah, and also a little optimization strat, which I came up with, a weird flex, by the way. But you actually can kind of manipulate that bullet bill into flying towards the pillar first. And if you're fast enough, you can recapture it to then fly it all the way back to the pillar instead of waiting for the second one.
Good stuff from Chaos.
It looks like Curbs is going to be getting it too. The timing is actually super tight. If you mess up at all, the bullet bill will, and you actually could see it there already, it will explode early. So if you're not close enough to the pillar and you can't dive up, you are pretty much screwed because you can't make it up that pillar any other way other than flying over. And backup moons are not really a thing in this specific route. There's pretty much nothing you could optimally get. You would be losing a lot of time.
Seems like they're just doing the same movement, just a replay that's one bullet bill behind. And almost done with the same kingdom. It's going pretty fast. Taking care of the Cactus Min.
Yeah, coins looking good. You want to make sure to get enough coins in specifically the Cascade boss fight to be able to have 100 when you get to Wooded. This is where the first shop moon will be bought. But they're already over 100. You are actually still fine if you're like a little bit short going into Lake because there's some coins that you can get along the way without time loss. But yeah, both of them are pretty safe. I mean, they are safe unless they would take a death somewhere, which would be uncommon. I don't really know how you could die in Lake.
Yeah, I've yet to see that.
Ooh, very nice notes from Curbs as well, kind of smoothly transitioning into a roll along that palm tree leaf and then long jumping over. Gets the moon, it's going to be warping back to the ship and both of them will be on their way to Lake. And as the globe fades out there, we will be able to see another time difference here, but looking to be less than 20 seconds as Curbs just hit the globe right there. And this cutscene here in Sand actually takes around 24, usually takes around 20, but this little animation of the ship leaving the kingdom here is adding around 4 to that. I think 23 fade out for Chaos. And Curbs is getting his fade out soon. Probably looking at a like 37, so around 15 seconds between these two guys.
Yep, the only thing separating them is the first 10 seconds of the run, so we'll see how long that holds up.
Yeah, that's actually pretty much all. Yeah, very impressive that Curbs is also able to match Chaos' sand pretty much. Chaos getting stuck a little bit there on that lamp, but that's likely. It's really hard to actually get that optimal rolling line at the beginning here. And Chaos is heading up to LilKirbs, which will also always be one of the more scary things in this kingdom. You can miss the clip for a bit. These runners have been getting a lot better at it, but even if you get the clip, there's this infamous bathtub that can happen where instead of actually going up to the checkpoint, you can just drop down into the water. Chaos is going to be missing the clip on his first attempt. Let's see how quickly he can back this up. Gets it second try. No bathtub for him. Gets the other bounce move and grabs the checkpoint, and he is fine.
All right, Kirbs trying to get that hat line up, and he's got it.
Yeah, there he goes. A little bit faster than Chaos, even since he actually didn't commit to that first missed clip. He didn't actually roll along, so probably actually saving some time here. Chaos grabbing his Joy-Cons, I'm assuming. I'm not sure what that was. Is he still going for the down throw? It's actually super uncommon nowadays. Yeah, he actually just goes for the ground pound into dive. The down throw was something people did for a while, where people literally switched their controller, since most runners run on Pro Con, to instead capture that cheap with the down throw. Kirbs still doing it. But I don't know, I haven't seen a comparison ever, but people said that like that ground pound dive is as fast or maybe faster. I don't know. I don't know what Chaos did though. Like I thought he was grabbing for his Joy-Cons. I'm not sure what he specifically was reaching for. Maybe muscle memory? I don't know.
Alright, last moon in Lake Kingdom. Alright, I might be able to spice things up in Wooded here. Ooh, Kirbs missing that long jump. Or maybe he just went for some other movement that got stuck on the wall.
Yep, very nice though. And let's see fade outs here. We were, I think, at 13 seconds leaving sand. I wonder if this lake affected this at all. I think Kirbs might have saved a little bit of time during that LilKirbs section, but not sure. Fish movement does matter quite a lot here, more than you may think. Chaos getting a 13-17 fade out. And let's see what Kirbs gets. Yeah, it looks like a 29, so maybe back to 12 seconds. Oh, pretty close. I think we are still at that like 12, 13 second mark, so pretty much no difference. Now headed to Wooded. Both of these guys on healthy coin count, so no worries about the shop moon. But going into Nut Clip, things get a little bit more serious. You don't want to mess up that specific section of the run.
Okay, it's missing the border. That's alright.
Yeah, definitely alright. Kind of an unfortunate miss, since not only did he kick the border away, but he actually kicked it away from the moon. So not only did he have to catch the rock further away, but then also obviously... Oh, what? Okay. It is actually exactly the same mistake. Very interesting. The rock is in a little bit of a different spot, but we are looking at pretty much the exact opening. And Chaos is headed up towards the tree moon. He's looking for some nice speed on these uproot hops. That second one looked pretty nice. Actually went for something that I haven't seen. Just extending his legs instantly instead of opting for those quick. Yeah, interesting. He was one of the latest people to adapt, and I guess at this point he just decided to never go for this route. I think Stravos is also not yet doing that tree route, which is now agreed upon to save close to like 2 or 3 seconds if you perform the tree movement right. And also the movement around the piranha plant. Let's say 2, but yeah, those seconds are important in this game. But Kirbs goes for his comfortable choice and is seemingly ahead right now, but obviously Chaos 1 moon ahead.
Kirbs was like the god at Wooded back in the day. He had like the best goal by a few seconds. And like you said, a few seconds means a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Also was the uncontested luncheon god for a while. Like, Kirbs was definitely crazy good at this game, and still is, as he's proving here. Still keeping pace with Chaos. The only mistake he made was that one big mistake at the beginning of the run, and it seemed like it didn't affect him at all mentally, which is actually very like a very big thing. Like, imagine you're going into a race and you instantly die. How many people would just be like, yeah, go next? But he is just like continuing and playing super well.
Okay, snuckling the Piranha Plant because he doesn't have to wait for that Story Moon cutscene. And we'll see the routes resync here in just a second.
Yeah, pretty much as soon as Kirbs is done watching that cutscene, he's gonna be good to go. But it's not only this cutscene here that happens, that Story Moon cutscene. There's another cutscene kind of showing the kingdom that you can skip, and then another cutscene where the P-switch breaks, which is happening right here. And after that, it's actually when you have to skip another one. So even though this moon is right in your way, you still stay basically freeze for 20 seconds collecting this one. So getting that tree moon optimally turns out to be better.
Yep, and cast one up the tower, and Kirbs just about getting in the entrance. It's still looking to be about that 15-second margin that it's always been.
Yeah.
So what did, we didn't see any mistakes on that clip, which is still one of the biggest hazards to this stage. And apart from that, the runners are just like so smooth with lots of practice, so nothing to worry about, hopefully. Floated Pipeway is something that's been in the route since like the very beginning, so I don't expect to see any mistakes on that.
Yeah, there was like this one point in time where we did kind of this route, and instead of doing these 3 moons, we did Spear, so Pipeway was gone for like a week. And then we figured out again, well, it's actually still faster to skip the boss and do these 3 moons instead. It's not by a lot, but it is definitely enough for top runners to go for. So yeah, Pipeway is gonna stay in this run. And it actually has been proven, at least in the 2-player mode, that you can technically like do a moon clip at this moon up there that Chaos just grabbed to kind of skip the second water section to go straight to that second moon, something that has never been done in 1 player. I spent countless hours trying to do that because it would be such a neat skip, but doesn't really seem feasible in the 1-player mode. And that, if that was to happen, that room would be even faster. But yeah, pretty good woodeds from both of them, going for different routes, but playing solid on both ends. And the lead seems to be pretty much exactly the same. Chaos showing the banner here as Kirbs Globe, so we are pretty much looking at those 15 seconds, once again now leaving wooded.
Got a bit of truck or something outside, no worries.
Yeah, all good, all good.
1838 for Chaos.
It's just the Odyssey starting up, as it's now flying towards Cloud King.
Yep, that's what it is.
Exactly.
Alright, 12 seconds difference. Ooh, cutscene sync.
Yeah, very nice. Interesting to see Kirbs moving here at the beginning. He always went for a little bit of a flashier one, and is going to do that again. Little spin throw there against the cloud. Then move on. And actually, Kirbs, I think, was the first one to go for... Ooh, actually, Chaos trying to go for the hint out here, but didn't hit it. So he's only at 19 coins. I'm pretty sure Kirbs is going to go for it. I think he was the first to actually implement this. But he might not. Yeah, he isn't. Because it's definitely something that you have to practice quite a bit to hit that spot, the perfect... like perfectly every time. So if you're not at your peak, it's a super easy strat to skip out on. Getting that coin hint art in Metro maybe loses like half a second. You can get this one for free if you get that ground pound and triple jump towards the heads. But yeah, that's fine. And both of them have over 10 coins, which I always like to see, because even though getting slots is pretty easy if you do the spin throw tech, I'm still waiting for that run race where a runner only has 9 coins, goes into slots, messes it up, and then he can't replay because there's like a 10 coin entry fee. So yeah, currents shouldn't be a problem this run at all.
Alright. Now we're in Lost Kingdom. I've seen a few like alternate routes come up over time, and I think reverse repeatal is pretty much the norm now. I'm not sure if Kirbs does it or not.
Yeah, I would think so. Actually crazy how early that was theorized. I remember Strava was posting a clip for that thing in like January 2018 or something, or maybe like February, I don't know, like super early. It has been It took like a year for people to actually deciding to go for that. Oh my god, okay, Curbs
Whoa,
walking there,
okay.
super unfortunate. And he almost grabbed that checkpoint, which would have been even worse. Let's see what kind of backup he has for us. Can you make that? He's going into the long jump out.
Okay, wow.
And wow, okay, that's actually really sweet.
That's insane awareness of just where everything is to make sure that he can get up.
Yeah, I didn't know, like, it seemed like he knew. That's the important part, and it's actually very cool.
Would there have been a faster move to get somewhere else rather than going all the way back up for it? Or do you think you have to
I feel like
that one?
Yeah, I feel like it would have been a really tough call. And knowing that backup to then just go to what you know. Oh god, Chaos! Oh no,
Okay.
he's super unfortunate. That's actually gonna allow Curbs. That might allow Curbs to catch up if he's able to. Oh god, he's having some issues on that staircase, Moon, but Chaos has to make it back to the cage. And the cage at this point is probably not faster. I wouldn't be surprised if he just goes for the stone cage instead.
Yeah, first Kingdom where we've really seen a significant amount of spaghetti from both runners. And Chaos kind of going on the world tour of the Kingdom.
Yeah, okay, he goes for the stone cage. No need to throw the head to the trapeze again. Is gonna get the bridge moon then. But oh wait, Curbs also falling down, still getting that cage to break.
Can he save this? Okay, he can land.
That tree is so weird to wall jump on. Decides to wall jump at the wall instead, and now they're actually super close. If Curbs is able to grab that bridge moon and return to the Odyssey, he is gonna be good to go. And yeah, we are probably looking at probably around 10 seconds. I don't know. Let's see.
This looks like 7. So the lead still cut in half. Chaos could have come out a lot worse.
True.
But Curbs had some mistakes as well. It looked like in the beginning that Curbs made the big error, but then Chaos went a little bit farther. So I would say that's like another
7 seconds exactly, yep.
Okay. Another cutscene sync.
Alright, let's see. Night Metro up next. A lot of movement here to do before you even get to the boss fight. You kind of traverse the entire kingdom while only picking up 2 moons before you actually face the boss, and then you kind of replay everything. Kind of visit the same spots again. But then you actually get 15 moons in the day potion. Lots of quick moons coming up later. But yeah, sadly they are not prevalent in Night Metro. You can't get 20 moons here. There's a few moons that are actually already active here, like the moon in the girder close to the slots moon is actually here in Night Metro, but it's obviously way more efficient to get that when you also get like the bench and the slots.
Yep.
And I mean, you even just saw them kind of like pass up on that moon that was right in front of the face, because we revisit that place later.
Going for the tried and true strats in City Hall here. We'll see if Chaos does anything fancy at the end. You can make it with without going to that very top platform, the long jump, but that's what he's going to do anyway.
True. And that's always super scary. I know Fur has always been doing that. Also, Curbs not opting for it. Oh, that is not gonna work. I would be surprised. Yeah, a normal double jump. I was like, that's interesting, but I feel like that can't work. Probably not registering his trigger input there, so he has to go back to the platform, and he might just be back to that 15 seconds. That might have lost him around like 5 to 7 seconds, so we could be once again at that magic number from the start. It's going to depend on Wiggle though. Wiggler can definitely mix things up. Curbs getting almost flawless shots in the beginning, has to kind of backtrack to that one specific part of the Wiggler.
Okay, both runners ducking in the corner, waiting for the Wiggler to pass by. Let's check out this phase 2 pattern.
Oh, hey Peck, thanks for the 16-month resub. I appreciate the support. Hope you're well, dude. That was a message brought to you by Peck. But yo, Peck, thanks. But yeah, looks like Chaos is going to be keeping his lead here through the Wiggler. Gets that 3, not that 3, so gets that 2 cycle. Gets those shots, and let's see Curbs' pattern 2. He's going to miss the headshot, so he has to probably get that at the very end. Oh, that was actually really sweet. Gets that little flick at the end.
Good stuff. Snipe in the head. I kind of hope it is like another 13-second lead. 25-56 for Chaos.
Don't
A
know
little bit
exactly
more
how
than
this
that.
is.
Looks like 16.
Yeah. 16 seconds now, so Curbs definitely tanking quite a bit in that City Hall mishead. Unfortunate double jump. Ooh, Chaos actually taking quite a while. He looks a little bit tense there. Yeah, okay, he still makes that capture work. It took quite a while to find the entrance to that girder to get the moon as Cappy was out there. Okay, Chaos is driving in real life, and he gets that school clip easy.
Flying up to the trash moon. Let's see if Curbs can get the scoot clip as well. No, okay. This is getting kind of bad now. It was not a good position to be in to begin with. It was a good lineup.
Yeah, okay, gets pretty much the same thing that happened to Tyron earlier. You had to drive around the cage one more time to then line up the clip the second try, and he did manage to get through, but definitely once again is going to be bleeding out some time. Chaos not making those kind of mistakes, so is extending his lead further, is now entering slots. I did definitely see Chaos make quite a few... I saw him lose quite a few leads in the bullet building subroom, which he's going to be entering after the slots moon, but first he has to win the minigame. And makes that work with that buffered spin throw. And then he's going to be off to that sub room.
Yep, and the bullet build timing is quite tight. We'll see if Chaos can hold it down for this room. There would be an opportunity for Curbs to make up some of the lead he's lost.
Yeah, and you can actually slightly see the difference here. I pointed out earlier in the previous match how when Tyron did this room, the upper, like, I don't know, pole didn't even move when he was grabbing that moon. And it's almost like I'm cursing this, because I feel like every time I've casted Chaos's Race, exactly these mistakes happened. Not able to capture the bill, is going to be bonking, falling down, dying, and Curbs is actually currently ahead.
Is he?
Never mind. I forgot that he didn't actually grab that moon yet. But oh wait, but Chaos is not getting that bullet bill once again. It's
Does he know what he's trying to do? Curbs falling down as well. He's gonna have to get back up here, but this isn't as bad as Chaos is still trying to cross the bullet building area.
Dude, actually
never mind. Chaos is suddenly getting that moon. Curbs going back and forth between a rock and a hard place.
Oh, okay. No bonk this time, but this room is finally over.
Both are making it through without touching any bullet bills somehow. You would wonder why they call it that.
True. Capture taken for Curbs is usually the tilt capture. Remove the tilt, just capture, leave it in the past, you know.
Okay.
Kind of, it works, dude. But yeah, interesting. Very big mistakes out of both of them. I think we could... I actually don't even know anymore. I feel like Chaos must have lost time over Curbs there, but I actually can't really tell.
Yeah, it's almost like
he has to. Like, he definitely still lost time over Curbs as he bonks right there. I was about to say, like, Curbs definitely fell around more behind than 20 seconds after that scoot clip, and it's closer than that now, but Curbs now bonking against that skyscraper. Ooh, going for the handstand. Ooh.
The last 2 moons here.
That's when they also get the coin hint art. Chaos has already acquired this, so he's back at 200. This coin hint art gets you 200 coins. And last move for Chaos now. Diving over to it, and it's then going to be warping back. We can actually see on the fade out here. Looks like Chaos is kind of fading out at 30-11. And as soon as Curbs is done and warped, we will be once again able to see the exact difference. Yeah, looking at close to 20 seconds, a 28 here, so 17. Still in around this margin we've seen pretty much throughout the entire race now.
Yeah. Come on, Curves. We'd be having a lot more fun if you didn't die on the first jump. Just saying.
True. I mean, it
amazing
also...
how they've, other than that, they've made a lot of similar mistakes. Like, it's been a mirror image of either runner.
Super similar. Like, both of them struggling at that last cage moon and lost. Both of them struggling in the sub room here in this kingdom. Well, we'll see how this continues as they now head to snow. Hopefully no big mistakes here. Because the big mistakes that you can make here are awful. Specifically the one in the poison room or in the end where you get to snow dram.
Yep.
Curb's actually losing quite a bit of speed there with this roll. It's kind of getting slowed down by those upward slopes. Not really what you want to see. So going to be losing some time over Chaos with the movement. Nothing drastic, but something to keep in mind.
Definitely.
And first moon already acquired by Chaos. As Curb's also taking a bonk here on the outside. Definitely losing probably close to 5 seconds here, just on the movement and that bonk on the outside.
Yeah, in the meantime, Chaos has done pretty well on the first 3. Let's see if Curbs can not lose any more time here that he's been bleeding out so far. Getting the moon clip, maybe not the best movement. I'm not sure if that's how it's supposed to look. It looked like he did something on accident.
No, I think that was fine. He just like kept stalled and then like ground pound rolled down.
Okay.
There's like this little ledge that you can stand on. Curb's actually missing the moon at first. Let's see, this looks like a clip that should work. Oh god, he actually didn't clip. He was like half out of bounds. Interesting. It's not a bad thing. Like, this clip is like the least time-saving moon clip out of all of them. It's optimal to get, but it's not as big as the one in Cascade, and obviously not as big as the one in Wooded.
Definitely.
Nice little instant capture there with the spin throw hitting the Blowy Joy on the back. Is going to be able to dive over, kill the Spiny, which is also optimal as this allows for a quicker camera pan. So you actually want to kill one Spiny with the cap. And pretty clean is Poison Room here. Chaos is already in the second sub.
RNG, it's one of the few things where it might matter a little bit, but that's like not bad at all.
I didn't catch it. But yeah, the Goombas can be in slightly different spots. You just want to activate that Ice Pillar as fast as possible. And then make those Goombas run up to you. Curbs showing off the difficulty of snow, specifically when you... Oh god, I thought he would actually get blocked off and fall down. Oh no! The Goomba got crushed! The Goomba got crushed. No, he baited the Goomba into a painfully...
More like the game baited him.
Yeah, kind of true, but he like, yeah. Oh god, dude, that was... Oof. Yeah, has to reset the room there, so he actually had to take a death. He at least instantly reacted, but super unfortunate mistake here in the Goomba room. There's no backup Goombas. Well, actually, I don't know if they're there before you beat the game, because I know there's like a second Goomba moon in that room, but I think you actually have to get World Peace or something to do that if you go up the stairs, but it would probably be even slower anyways, because lots of movement.
Yeah, that makes sense. I certainly didn't see any more Goombas.
Yeah, that's actually uncommon though for
a good snow dram setup apparently.
Oh, true. Let's see if he's able to redo it here.
Vault looks good enough.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Nice little dive there of the cap. Little dive vault almost. Not intentional, but he's fine. Actually, probably a little bit slower than just like going for the spin throw instantly. But he seemed a little bit annoyed. Yeah, he seems pretty unhappy with that snow, pretty disappointed. But if he's aware what happened to Curbs, I think he should be happy, quote unquote. Or at least he shouldn't be mad that doesn't really do anything.
Yeah.
Because at this point, this run isn't gonna be crazy good anyways. I feel like we can already just play to win the race at this point, and not for like
the early games were quite good up until Lost, and then it seems like every kingdom has had some big mistake.
And Curb's getting that Snowdrim too. Very nice. But yeah, I feel like that Goomba Room thing is actually pretty uncommon for Nintendo, that you are kind of actually locked out of that moon until you die. It's kind of weird that they don't respawn. But hey, it's too late now to complain about those things. Oh, Chaos bonking against the first wall here in Seaside. Goes for some backup movement. Not the fastest either, but he is able to reach that moon.
Yeah, it's always fun when you start off like that. Seaside definitely a kingdom that got a good bit easier over time. Maybe not like the easiest, but some things that used to be difficult got replaced by better strats.
Sweet movement from Chaos there, going for the up throw dive straight into the moon, not getting held back by the ceiling. Looked very sweet. And he's now done with the dry moons in Seaside, as I like to call them, and is now jumping into the water, because the rest of these moons will be acquired underwater, literally every single one of them. And that's also where the kingdom turns a little bit more chill. You want to take optimal lines with the fish there, and you want to make that clip work at the end. But other than that, this is kind of like a... Oh, there we go. Fish bonks are a thing, and they don't lose as much time as bonks do, but they do lose time.
Yeah, he just got like very triggered for like half a second. His face just got kind of stone cold, and then he loosened back up. Right, 4 moons left to go. And we grabbed him a seaweed, then we look into that fish clip.
Yep, it's gonna be interesting. The fish clip itself, not quite a challenge, but being fast in that out of bounds section and getting that next moon while still staying out of bounds can be quite difficult. And the thing is, if you do mess up and if you do clip back, it's looking kind of grim, since the fastest moon is still gonna be that Sphinx moon, but instead of just swimming into the loading zone, you'll have to actually answer the quiz and sit through some cutscenes. Chaos is making it work, gets the moon quick, and it's going to be warping back to the Odyssey when he is readying up to enter Luncheon, which is definitely one of the most mechanically intensive kingdoms towards the end.
Yeah. So pretty comfortable lead for Chaos here, going into the late-ish game. Not too many things that Curbs like messed up, but those mistakes are quite big, and then Chaos was just able to get a pretty nice lead off the back of them.
Wow, dude, I can't believe chat is flaming Fearsome Fire. Flaming 105 PBs? Dude, I have a 105 PB. Are you flaming me now, Billy? What's your PB, Billy?
I love to live in that world. You just take any stream monster and ask them for their PB and see if they have one.
They're like, I could get sub or if I wanted. I just don't want to flex, you know?
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Nah, just kidding, of course. But let's see how this luncheon is gonna play out. Chaos already starting off with a pretty nice soul triple. And now fighting Spirit. Chaos is definitely gonna try to get that first person strat here. It's not a strat, it's kind of like a nice meme. Oh god, Curbs actually roll cancelling past the moon, and oh, Chaos just going for a dive. Not trying to show off the unique cutscene.
Yeah, I feel let down, TBH.
Yeah, this is really live, but Chaospringle is not streaming on his main account. It is live.
Yeah, he's streaming at twitch.tv/ninja because that channel doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, maybe check that one. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, this is live. This is in fact live. No jokes. So we are currently watching history being made. Grub's giving us a nice little camera pan over the battlefield after taking down Spear. And actually, funnily enough, I mean, this is really just a full-on meme because the camera strats, quote-unquote strats, do nothing at all. But Chaos was always the first one to kind of mess around with it. Gives you something to do in those cutscenes where you otherwise just have to wait.
Yep. It's cool. Chaos still just trucking through this luncheon.
Yeah, looking pretty good so far. Gets the turnip cooked up. And goes for a little shake. Stretch those hands. And actually going for the intentional bonk, which is something I always love to do. You obviously want to avoid bonks at all costs, and that little pot gives you an option to just go full force into it, because that bonk will actually get you in a spot where you'll be pretty close to the ground to then proceed with the upcoming backflip. But yeah, after that pot moon, honestly, is where luncheon really gets spicy. Chaos immediately getting that camera manip, this movement over to the Podobu. And he's now going to be entering Forbes.
Forbes is always a pretty cool room, but one that people still die on. Alright, no problem for Chaos.
Wow, Mitch saying my voice is high. Come on, bruh. Mitch is like 13. Hi guys, it's Mitch. I'm going for record in Odyssey. Never mind. But yeah, imagine not knowing LilKirbs and watching Odyssey. Wow, dude. Okay, I think I'm going too far now. Anyways, good forks by Chaos. Curbs is entering forks right now, and I always watch this room when Curbs does this room. I always watch this with a little bit. Oh God, I was actually about to say that. I always watched it with a little bit of high tension because he lost that one legendary, crazy good run in Forks room where he pretty much did exactly this mistake and fell all the way down, but he was able to actually live there.
Okay. Yeah, that is pretty crazy then. Chaos seemed like something caught his attention there while he was busy throwing frying pans at the blocks of cheese. Shoutouts to Cheese.
Dude, shout out. I have to shout this guy out. Shout out to Seelenfish. He's the only German that hasn't been super
Kirk can get up here. Okay.
And comes to my whatever. Shout out to Seelenfish, you're my boy, dude. Usually every German is like super cringe, comes to my stream. Oh my god, you're German. I immediately recognized it. It is the German accent. And he's like, the people are like, dude, they're like Detective Conan. They're spotting like the most obvious accent. It's actually so cringe. Anyways.
I know like a few Germans who think that like pretty much any other German, like listen more Mario 64, but like get quite annoyed by like other German viewers, and it's kind of funny.
Yeah, because I don't know what it is, but they just love pointing out. It's literally like they're feeling like they're like detectives or something. Oh my god, I recognize the accent, dude. I need to expose
some spidey senses for other German people. You're like, whoa, guys, who knew?
Yeah, kind of cringe.
Can't believe it. It's such an English-centric world we live in now. It's kind of spoiled being American, but you know what? I'm grateful for learning English, I guess.
No, I mean no, it's fine. I kind of made the accent like part of my stuff as well. I think it offers a little bit of uniqueness too. But it's just always the same thing. People come, oh my god, you sound so German, and then you go to like their YouTube channel, they're doing like a commentary. Hi guys, I'm doing my first commentary right now on YouTube, and this is my attempt at the video game.
Oh my god. That's amazing. Yeah, LilKirbs has probably the sexiest German accent.
True. Okay. Enough out of that now. We milked that joke enough.
You want to milk it for another like 3 minutes? We got ruined.
True, actually. Yeah, okay, what are we doing in Ruin now? Guys, we need content.
Alright guys, if this was ZFG, he would probably just throw for content, right? But this is a race, so like, to get more content, you actually have to win so you can race again. So like, we're kind of in a weird situation where like, we have nothing to talk about, but also, you can't throw for content.
Yeah, this is where I like miss Equan though, because Equan would always provide like good content. He would like meme in the corner there at the wall. He actually also lost the race because of that once, trying to go for like trick jumps and stuff, then he died. The only thing that runners do nowadays, they like ground pound Toad. Chaos is probably about to do that. Yeah, very exciting. No, he missed.
Wow.
Second try? Wow, he missed again. Wow, third try. Epic. But yeah, when a run is actually serious and you're playing for PB, I know people usually appreciate this kingdom as a little bit of a break. You have to play like super high tension and luncheon in such a hard kingdom, and then you move on to Bowser's, which is at this point in time also. But actually Chaos is at 1 HP, a little bit more content here. There is these enemies that can spawn here, and they can kill you, but Chaos is avoiding those. Not sure if he was scared. He looked pretty calm.
Alright. Kirbs still in Ruined, doing some nice fancy movement just to pass the time. Chaos done, grabbing the multi-moon. And gonna be Bowser's time in just a minute.
Yeah, and Kirbs has in fact not caught up. He still has a full phase of the fight to do. They were just in the same fight. This fight is pretty long. This kingdom takes around, and I always like to emphasize on that, because this kingdom actually takes like 3 minutes and 15 seconds optimally, and you can in Lost in that same time you take like 1 minute less to play through Lost, and you get 10 moons in that time. That's kind of like the difference between this kingdom and like a super high action stage like Lost.
Yeah. Alright. Chaos is on his way to the end game. Do you know what kind of pace this is with a good Bowser's and Moon?
Nah, I'm washed up. I used to know, but people in chat always usually say that, so I'm relying on them.
Fair enough. How many bullet time bounces would it take to get to the end of Bowser's?
Dude, imagine any trick being in this game. But sadly, this game is just super clean movement. Imagine BTBs in this game, you just BTB to mech.
Yeah.
Bullet time bounce, by the way, if anybody doesn't know, there's like a Breath of the Wild speedrunning mechanic where you pretty much just fly. Sadly, this game doesn't really have anything. We have the moon clip, which was probably the biggest single discovery this game ever had in the any % run. We have a couple wall clips, but nothing really big. It's so sad, man. Like, there's so many close calls. Like, I'm not sure if you've ever seen this meat skip approach where you kind of go to Luncheon Kingdom early and then climb the volcano to clip into the pot and get the moon. And that all works until then, but then the game just like soft blocks and you actually can't leave. It would like cut 20 minutes of the run. Like, something like that, I feel like would be so nice and healthy for the community, being able to kind of reset and reroute and do everything. But this game really kind of denied us in every single way.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, games actually get good quality assurance testing in the modern day, which kind of sucks for speedrunners, but it's still a fun game to watch.
Yeah, for sure. And we
do probably say it is like, it would be cool if there were a couple more like unique tricks and skips.
Yeah, the game at least stays fresh a little bit in terms of small movement things. Like movement adaptations to
getting the
oh wow, yeah, he dove very late. Is he gonna be able to hit the button this time? Barely.
Yeah, okay, that was almost a massive meltdown. I remember someone lost a world record run to I think it was actually Kirbs' 100 flat.
Oh yeah, he did make a mistake there. Yeah.
Stare ogre face guy.
He did make a mistake there. Wow, has DE in his name and Flames accent. This chat today is so toxic, dude. Gonna ban this guy.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
You know, I've heard of some new shards movement, but I haven't really seen it. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, we did get to see. I was about to say that's actually usually one of the things that's that it recently changed. You actually do a triple jump on the left side and then get that shard behind the roof, like with like a quick cap throw, like a spin throw. It's super. It looks super sick if you get it. Tyron went for it, and I think he got it if I remember correctly. I think he did. Dance actually lost a lot of time attempting it in the previous race. It looks really clean. That triple jump on the left side was theorized a long time ago and was at least thought for a bit to be fast, and then kind of got like cancelled. People came up with something different, but it was recently revisited, and once again time to be faster if you do it with the right cap throws. Looks super clean.
Chaos taking care of carry it first. I don't know if anyone in the chat has any opinions on the matter.
Yeah, any toppers in the chat? I hope not. I hope not. I only want to see... oh my god, dude, I see a topper in the chat. No, 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 no. Hell no. Get that man out of here. Oh, it's you. No, I'm kidding.
Where's the Harriet emote, though?
Yeah, we don't have it anymore because it's just so obvious that people do Harriet. We don't even need an emote, you know?
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, wait, there we go. We got a Harriet over there. And it's the world record holder. There you guys go. That's the only opinion that matters.
That works out.
In all seriousness, it doesn't technically matter what you fight first. Should be around the same time if you do the same movement. But for some reason, it just kind of turned out to be, I always want to say meta to do Harriet first, since that was something that the first record holders kind of started to do.
Alright, coming up to the last bit of Bowser's, but also the most crucial. This is one of Kirbs' last lifelines to get back in this race. And here comes the climb cascade up here. Alright, that's one, and let's see this topper kill. Very nice.
Looking good. Why do they get extra moons in Bowser's? They get extra moons in Bowser's because Bowser's Kingdom doesn't actually show you how many moons you need before you leave, but the story in this kingdom is kind of, the game leads you into thinking, hey, this is like the last kingdom of the game. This is where the showdown will take place, but then Bowser just dips, and you actually need extra fuel to reach the moon, which is the true final kingdom, and it happens to be 8 power moons. So, yeah, they actually... they actually need 8 power moons. No joke. And that's why they get those extra ones. Additionally, you have to already do those story moons to proceed through the kingdom. Wait, what is Chaos doing, dude? Interesting. But yeah, you need 8 to actually go to the moon.
Cool.
Yeah, clean back from Chaos. Very, very confident lead heading into moon. Kirbs now starting up Mech himself.
Yeah, just when your dad comes home.
Yeah. The classic. But let's see if Kirbs can match Chaos' Mech, gets back up after the topper hit. 2 more hits to be acquired. He's definitely gonna go for that Harriet third. target acquired, gets the spin pawn. Oh, actually very far to the right, but hits the Mag. Mag is gonna die, and also... And LilKirbs as well is gonna make his way towards Moon Kingdom now. Chaos actually gets a 55-48 fade out here. A sub-hour time is no longer gonna be possible, but he can still get that 100. Obviously did make quite a few mistakes in Lost, and I think it was Snow?
Yeah.
I think that was... No, wait,
no, that was...
The Goomba room
those
was
were both
Kirbs.
Kirbs.
Yeah.
It was Metro, the bullet building room, and Lost the cage triple were the big...
That is true.
Yeah, if he can still get a 100, I think that would be pretty solid. Kirbs,
yeah, for sure.
Not probably gonna be able to pull this one out.
Yeah, it's gonna be really hard for him. There's not many things that Chaos could do that could actually make him fall behind. One of the very few things. And that's actually something, I'm not sure, did that happen in this matchup? There was this one race where Kirbs actually lost off of dying in Pillar Room to the Invisible Wall, and I think it was this matchup when that happened. It was either this matchup or against Stravos. No, I think it was this matchup where Kirbs was ahead by quite a bit, and then he ended up getting that Invisible Wall in the last room, losing him almost 2 minutes. And I think that was what made Chaos win. Yeah, chat saying that was Chaos was against Chaos too. Okay.
Thank.
So maybe Chaos is gonna return the favor here. But yeah, that would pretty much be the only thing I can think of that could actually make things even again.
Alright, coming into the Cloud Stage Fight 2.0.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing.
Never mind. Kirbs just starting out Moon, so this is pretty big time difference. I'm not sure exactly the seconds, I wasn't really counting.
True.
But it's gonna be like a minute.
Yeah, it's probably more even. Oh, yeah, probably actually more. Yeah, this fight is pretty much just a Cloud refight. Bowser's just jumping into the middle, throwing out some flame blasts. They're super easy to dodge. They just lose time. Sadly, not the most creative boss fight. I do love the music here. I can't currently hear it, but it's definitely pretty epic. Doesn't really match the actual intensity and the difficulty of the fight, but hey, the music is good though.
Yeah, that's one thing. I think with the Mario games, compared to pretty much any other game, the final boss fight has not been too difficult. It used to be jumping over and hitting a hammer, and now it's just shaking the Pro Controller a lot when you get the hat. So,
yeah,
a lot of evolution over the years.
But at least in like a speedrun perspective, like the SM64 final fight can actually change up like everything, and this is very rare in this game at least. Okay, Chaos able to defeat Bowser, no problem. And he's gonna start out the escape section. I think Tyron actually predicted a 1:00:55 earlier. And this is still possible right now. Escape can take less than 2 minutes if you play well. And it definitely comes to that pillar room at the end for the most part. And this is just... Yeah, I think so, dude. I mean, he just breathes this game, so he knows like every pace in the game. But yeah, we'll see. Chaos, I think even if he dies to the skip here, he would still be in the lead. So he would really need to actually make a mistake in pillar room, such as the invisible wall. Because that's when you really start losing close to 2 minutes.
True. Very nice 2D skip.
No problem. Pretty quick jumps too. Yeah, dude, I can't believe they're just rushing through the game, dude. Not even enjoying the game. Actually, pretty cringe.
Yep.
But yeah, Chaos entering pillar room here, 1:00:05, so 55 seconds to do this room, definitely possible. But needs to be clean, he definitely needs to get this early pillar. 3, 4, 5 shots, all of them looking pretty good. I don't think he missed one. Oh wait, he actually did the first one? Oh god, okay, at this point 1:00 might be in danger.
It's pretty dicey. If Tyron is off, then that's pretty cringe.
Wow, didn't I commentate the Marble Cup? Yo, I commentated the Marble Cup yesterday. I can't believe you watched that. I did. That's crazy that you actually watched that. Yeah, I did.
Which cup or
the Marble
I
Cup.
see what you're talking.
It's like a Smash tournament that like a friend of mine hosts.
That's pretty cool.
But, yeah, shout out to you, dude. No idea that you caught that. It's pretty cool.
Maybe a 100.59. All right, there we go. Clutching it out. Chaos is going to move on to the
Clutch Master, dude. The Clutch Master. Once again, Chaos does not know his opponent yet. That's going to be determined in Mitch versus Tylo. Mitch, the heavy favorite in this one. Curbs trying to go for the 2D meme wall jump. Gets it. Very nice. Looks cool.
No worries for Curbs, though. He's still one of the favorites in the Mario Maker 2 League, and we're going to have to see how that one plays out. There's been a lot of discussion about what playoff format we're going to do, and I think like we've reached a decision, but I don't really know enough to give you guys all that info. I think this group is probably available on the Chalons, but anyway, the Mario Maker 2 stuff is definitely his main focus right now. But cool to see him still putting in the work in Odyssey, making it to the playoffs, and Chaos is a worthy opponent if anyone was going to take you down.
For sure. Yeah, Curbs just once again proves to be a gamer after all. Definitely making some uncommon mistakes, like specifically the first dive off of the cap bridge. We forget about those. But yeah, once again proves that he's still able to play the game. Definitely has been focused on another game, but he is not to be underestimated. Still good showing from him this season. Being able to compete in 2 leagues in general, I feel like deserves some respect. So yeah, pretty good stuff. And apparently people are at least saying in the chat that this might have been Curbs' last run, last race. We're gonna have to talk to him about that in the interview if he decides to join. Not sure if there was anything that he said about that specifically. Because people are actually crying right now, and this is why I'm actually going to talk to Curbs first. Curbs, did you like specifically say that this was going to be like your last run?
Yeah, he did.
Wait, he's in the call. Why isn't he talking?
Yeah, my sound was disconnected. Sorry.
Ah, okay. Wait, so did you hear me or no?
No, I did not. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay, repeat of the question. People in chat are currently crying because apparently you said this was going to be your last run. Is that true?
That is very true.
Oh my god.
I am done with the game. I tried to... Before going into this match, I just wanted to make this run as fun as possible. I knew Chaos was going to win. I mean, he deserves the win. He deserves to play the rest of the playoffs.
So you basically gifted him the win. You could have won, is what you're saying.
No.
Come on, just say yes. Okay, whatever.
Yes, I could have won. I gave it to him.
True. That's true.
I purposely didn't practice because I just wanted to have fun with the game for the last time. Like, as soon as I entered cap, throughout every single race I've had, I've always worried about falling on the first jump, and I never had. So I didn't do it on purpose, but it just so happened to happen on my last run. So I just started laughing right at the start, and I just had a really good time. It was fun.
Cool. That's great to hear, man. It was amazing having you. Says the guy that quit like a year ago, Lola. But no, for real, you've been making some big strides in the community, and I'm sure you are continuing to do so in other games. He's a gamer after all, guys. And I think it was still a fun race. You guys pretty much made the same mistakes throughout. It was super fun to watch. And you, actually, for the most part of the race, were super close. Shoutouts to Lost and Bullet Building. Chaos is kind of smirking.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Chaos, you won. Hey! 1:59.
The relief. That race was awful. Like, everything I practiced went wrong. I was getting really annoyed, to be honest, throughout the entire time. I don't know. It was just really frustrating. I just kept missing things that I practiced. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's me, but I feel like every time I commentate Bullet Building, it's just crashing, dude.
Yeah, I went too slow, and then when I went to back it up, that freaking Bill, dude, on the bottom, I was so pissed that guy hit me. Oh my god.
Yeah, funnily enough, you did all of that, and then the lead kind of didn't change, because Curbs also had issues in exactly like the same area. I think he made up some time overall because Scooter Clip was also Monka.
Yeah, I was tilting hella hard.
So moving on, you'll be playing either Mitch or Tylo. I think most of us agree that Mitch is the heavy favorite in that matchup. So chances are you'll be facing Mitch. Now you can't really tell. We obviously can't really tell how he's going to play in that matchup. But is there any specific time that you're aiming for to like definitely get when you play there? Because that's definitely not going to be easy.
Like, I'm just gonna have to get like sub hours every race. I want to have a chance against Mitch, and right now it's just not happening. I don't know. I'm trying to like get my race consistency up, but I don't know. Nothing I've been doing has been working. So I think, I don't know. I guess I just changed my practice up. I don't know, to beat Mitch because it's not looking good right now.
He did say earlier that he isn't really a big fan of best of threes. Maybe that's where
I like best of threes.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, maybe that's where the veteran comes through. Like, you've played some best of threes now in your days, so that may be a chance. Even though I feel like you have a chance anyway. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting matchup. And obviously, technically, we might see the big upset and Tylo somehow pulls through. It would be crazy and would be interesting to see. But yeah, so far, Tyron and Chaos have been qualified here for the playoff semis. We are going to be having the next match coming up soon. Lucidity versus Stravos. It's going to be it for me for the night. Thank you guys for memeing on my accent. Very much appreciated. But yeah, I'll be out for tonight. Keep watching though. Lots of content yet to come. Appreciate you. Thank you guys for racing the interview. And we'll be right back.
Peace.